Hello YouTube, welcome back to my silly survival world. Now today I need to right my wrongs. I need to correct a mistake I made in a previous episode. We had a commenter down here, Harley, who asked us to put a tree in the garden. As it turns out, they did not in fact want a tree all to themselves. They wanted a tree for everybody. They wanted big tree, and I made small tree, and I have failed my audience. So today, I am going to be upgrading this tree right here. I probably won't keep it here, unless I do. I guess it could actually be centered right here. How would that look in the grand scheme of things? You know what? That might work. That might work, but part of me wants to move it out here a little ways. Maybe we place it here, but that's kind of outside the garden. Yeah, because we got the banners. So I think over here actually works pretty nicely. We have kind of this circled in area for it. Yeah. That is what we're going to do today. Although I am not going to be designing that in survival because I am a coward and making custom trees is kind of hard. So we are going to hop over to a creative world here so I kind of have free reign to fly around, figure it out. And then we should be able to just take and import that as a schematic here into the survival world. So I will see you on the other side. Okay, very loud, very loud. This is for future plans. Okay, here we are. Now, I am going to need birch wood. We will probably be using the full wood variant. Diorite could mix in potentially polished, unpolished. Polished might be a little weird. Smooth quartz is probably too bright. What kind of slabs do we have to work with? Smooth stone is actually closer than you'd think, and that might be it. Okay, looking at the options here, I'm going to immediately say quartz doesn't work. I think, yeah, between these, smooth stone is out. I actually think just raw diorite might be the best match that we have. I don't love how the shaders look on the side here. I think that's a little much. I don't know, these are some very nice shaders. I just think there's a scenario or two where they maybe go a little overboard. Okay. Not important. What is important is we're going to be making a tree, and it's going to be, like, pretty dang big. This is going to be a hefty-sized tree. Now, this tree, it's going to be at the size of this. It is actually going to be the size we're currently making it, potentially. Now, this tree, right, if we are to hang multiple garden entries from this tree, it needs to be pretty sizable. I'm not going to worry about the rotation of the branches. We will fix that with World Edit once we have good shape. What we need is branches coming off, and they kind of need to be at different heights, but something like this, and then it goes up one, and then boom, we got like branches all directions, and we could take hanging signs, and we can hang your all's names from this. If you don't know, garden, everyone who comments gets a sign in my garden. But I can hang you from that. Can you hang these from leaves? Is that an option afforded to us? It, in fact, is not. So if we wanted to hang you from leaves, we would have to figure something else out. Maybe stick a fence in here. It'd probably be pale oak. And I do believe there is someone that we can get pale oak off of. And yes, you can in fact do that. So I think that will probably be how we handle the signs. And now that wait a second. Pale oak slabs. Wood with the wood. There we go. Oh, thank you. We got rid of that. Disgusting diorite. Oh, this, gonna need to do a lot of figuring out with the overall scale of this thing, but that's like not a bad start, I think. I'm gonna be honest, at least by my sensibilities, I think that looks pretty good. I like what we got going on here. I think we do need a little more potential for like off branching. I don't entirely know how we're gonna handle that. Maybe something like this and a block like there. And over on this side, we can do kind of the same idea, just a small off branch coming off of it. We have fences, and the fences add a little extra layer of thing going on. Fence gate. Fence gate's like a little bit thinner, right? So we do that, and that's kind of it. Genuinely, why is this kind of peak though? Why is this kind of peak though? I might outright turn off the shaders. I think this just makes it easier for you all to see what's going on. Wow. The world kind of looks crazy without shaders. Man, okay. Just so the lighting isn't making it difficult for you all to see what I'm up to. Now, I think we do this. Maybe we go up. Maybe we don't. That was a terrible idea. Whoever thought of that is a moron. Well, you see, what I'm thinking at this time, maybe we do something like that. Whoa. Then maybe we do something like this, and then maybe we do something like that. Now we're thinking with brains. Right. I actually think this looks pretty neat. As far as like branches going around goes, I think this is not a bad job at all. So now I would want this to be probably pretty tall. It is meant to be a birch tree, right? Birches are often quite high. Maybe up to that height, maybe a little further. Don't know why I said further, but we have, and there's no going back now. I mean, yes, I'm going to edit this, but like, there's no real going back. You all are seeing it now. You know it didn't get edited out. I know it didn't get edited out, so why would I even suggest such a thing? Why would I try to make you think that otherwise would have happened? I don't know what I'm talking about. Ooh, wait. Is it just me, or are those like really cute small branches to add? I think those are amazing, personally. I think we're going to add maybe just one or two more like thick branch. I'm gonna do kind of this design over here we did. I think that one worked out really well. So a little more of that happening. Why? This is kind of fleshed out. This kind of looks good. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I'm feeling all right about this. If you're feeling all right about this, I don't mind it. I actually don't mind it at all. I really don't. So we do a little more out, and I think, where are we looking a little bald, right? We don't have much action happening over here, so I think we want to take, and we want to add an off branch that goes in that direction, and so that kind of fills that out, looking different angles. We can kind of take care of this. I think maybe we do the old fence and trapdoor trick. Boom. That's kind of a good tree. Not gonna lie, I think that's an alright base for a tree. Let's go ahead. We can take a look at what we've made with shaders. This is kind of a lot to look at this moment, but I think it'll get better here once I grab myself a shovel. I know Axiom exists. I'm never going to learn it. You can't make me. I'm going to do a slash brush set sphere leaves, birch leaves, and I'm going to add air into that. Birch leaves, air, and maybe pale oak fence, right? So we get a little bit of maybe the illusion of the branches hanging out in there. just 5% of that. I'm going to say 60, 50, 60% birch. It's going to be 55% birch, 60%. And then we're going to do 40, 35% air. And that right there was the process of professional creation of brushes. People who don't know what I'm talking about have no idea what it just did. But Gmask air, that will make it so that we don't override the branches themselves. Okay, nothing about that is what we want. Let's change a lot. Let's change a lot. 40% this, and then I'm actually just going to do 15% on that, so that's 65. No, it's 55 and then 60, so that's not correct at all. Wait, that's 75, 80? Where's the rest? Why are my portions so far off? It's because I went down. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got that taken care of. Now, what I also need is to tell it how big this will be, which you do back here, because that was far too big. Not 340%. We cannot handle that much birch. Right, I also forgot to take care of the decaying issue. That is as simple as coming here, persistent equals true. Now we can put leaves. All right, I think my brush might just be a little too big still. Let's move that down to a 2. And if I just click on the ends of each of these here branches, not quite perfect. There we go. Keep filling it out. Why is this kind of peak, actually? Why is this super peak right now? Holy crap, he's doing it. They said it couldn't be done, but they didn't know what they were talking about. They did not know what they were talking about. No way. If they knew what they were talking about, they would have said it could be done, but it can only be done by that one. That looks okay, but I'm gonna be real with you. The fences are not doing what I wanted them to. They don't look good. I'm sorry. That's my B. We can get rid of all that. Now, let's get these items off the ground here. Get off of Axiom. Axiom. I like flying through floors. That's what I keep Axiom around for. Hi there! Why? You got a minecart here with you? Everyone's hanging out on your little platform? That's strange, but kind of wholesome. So my current alterations are just to... Pale oak trapdoor. I never said that. Oh. No, you're right. I just threw it on accident. Okay, there. Now, that just puts leaves down. Are there any other leaves we might be able to mix in? That is something I would like to try before we really commit to this. Oh, I just had 2 copies of birch leaves in my inventory. All right. None of the rest of these fit in, at least not with the texture pack I prefer to use, and I certainly won't be switching off it anytime soon. So I am actually going to give that a little more leaves. I think 30% was too small. We're going to do 40, 60, and see about that. Yeah, I feel that. So I am going to systematically click the end of every branch, and it should just fill out the tree very nicely, and we will hopefully have something similar to a final result that maybe needs a little bit of editing. We will see. Trust the process, and the process will trust you. I don't know. Alright, can't see much from this side. I'ma be real with you. That's just a giant block of leaves. Alright, so I think we still kind of need to adjust a little bit. It's possible we have a good mix, but also I think we need to reduce the size. I think we are putting a little too much in at a time. This needs to be 65. That adds up, probably. I'm not gonna check. Yeah, it does. I can't undo. Crap. Okay, we're gonna have to do a pause 1, pause 2, replace birch leaves air, and then it's not going to work because we have a G mask on. Oh, I'm so dumb but smart at the same time. Okay. Re-enable the G mask the correct way. And now what will happen? Nothing will happen, actually. Now what will happen? What? Oh, I set the G mask to birch leaves. Man, I'm too tired for this. Okay. What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. This is so tiny. This is so tiny. Here, let me show you a magic trick. Bet you didn't know you could do this. 1.5. That's right. That's right. World Edit supports decimals in these places. Now I am just going to keep adding bit by bit until the tree no longer appears to be bald. That is the hope, because we hate bald trees. Trees are a lot like people. When they're bald, you can't trust them. Seriously, don't take anything I say seriously. Nothing at all. Nothing. I've never said a serious sentence in my life. I would like you to know. Ooh. Ah. Now I think that's already a lot better. I think that's way better. I could be wrong here, but I think that's way better, right? Right? It just needs some manual alterations, make sure the branches aren't like sticking out, you know? But I think that is a much better tree than we had previously. Part of me wants to make the top bigger, right? I kind of want the top big. I want the bottom small, and I want the top big. I might have done too much. I might have done too much. Let's undo 5. Let's undo 5 more. Let's undo 5 more. Yeah. Yeah, I like it more in this current state. We will whoops-a-daisy. We'll probably do most of our details by hand from this point. I might turn the shaders back off. Even without shaders, this is kind of a banger, dude. This tree kind of sick. This is a pretty good tree. Pretty good birch tree, if I don't say so myself. You gotta trust the process. That's what it's all about. It's about the process. Now, let's think about the viewers just a little bit here. I'm thinking that the next, I've put a lot of work into this tree, so let's say that we hang at least like 5 of you from the tree. I will be hanging you in my garden. Yep. This is going to be a little funky. Now, maybe, no. I bet I could reasonably fit 8 of you. That's what I'm going to attempt. 1, 2, 1, 2. So the next would be here. That's an awful long ways down. I don't know how I feel about doing that. I think we're starting to ruin the vibe of the tree a little bit. All of these strange hanging fence posts. You know what? I think we should lean into the whole hanging fence post. Oh, there are chains in the game. Oh, I should be hanging you from chains. You all are right. Whoever that was, I heard you shouting that through the screen. You retch me. Good job. Good job. Thank you. Thank you so much for screaming at your screen. I know everyone around you was really confused, but I really appreciate your sacrifice in doing that, even if that was a weird thing to do. Like, I still think you're weird, like everyone else around you right now, but, like, thanks. It did really help. Your weirdness was just the right brand to be helpful at this time, so... I'm glad you were here with me. I'm glad you came along on this journey, because this wouldn't have been possible without you, the strange screaming person. Thanks. So there we have 8 people that we can hang. I'm almost certain you can put a hanging sign off of one of these because the sign itself uses chains. Yes, it's perfect. It's perfect. I'm going to hang you all from the tree and you're gonna like it. Okay, that right there is a completed tree. Now all we have to do is take this and move it into our world. So I'm gonna get a schematic set up real quick and I will meet you all back in survival. We are back in survival, and I do think, since you all have already seen the entire design process here, I will bring you guys with me as well to get this schematic in place, and we can check the material list, see what all we need to grab, and get this thing built. It should be a quick, easy, one and done, one-day project here. Nothing too big. Just needed to get the design out of the way. Lots of placing, breaking. Now, Harley, I am going to murder your old tree. Forgive me. You will be the first on the new tree. I will tell you that much. But we need to stand here, get a schematic in place, and see how it looks. Alright, we have a lot of pink here. Ow, ow, ow. Santa! Not again. Okay. We need materials for this. You, shut up. Stop talking. I'm trying to speak here. We need materials, and, not many, actually. I don't know why I said a lot. Let's go ahead and get the info HUD on screen. Nice, convenient little thing. So we need 6 stacks of birch leaves, 51 stacks of birch wood, 38 stacks of pale oak plank, diorite. Yeah. Where is the diorite slab again? Okay, after a good night's rest, we are going to go out here. It has been a while. Hello, Howard. I wanna do something for Howard eventually, man. Howard just sits there all day. Alright. I want to go fetch Jorno. Jorno, it's been so long, Jorno. When I say so long, I mean maybe a week, but it's been so long. Now, I happen to know a wonderful donor of pale oak. I really hope. Come on, man, you better have pale oak. Come on. Pale oak, baby, I know you got it. Come on. I really thought you had pale oak. Tell me you have the saplings. Tell me you have this. Dude. You wouldn't not bring the saplings. You wouldn't not bring the saplings. I can't just take your pale oak, all of it. Why don't you have the saplings? Ugh. You'll never know. I really hope my microphone picks that up. Okay, we got our hands on some pale oak wood. Now we need 6 fences. That means we need to craft 2 sets. Perfect number of sticks. Alright, that takes care of that. We need 6 pale oak fence gate. Whew. Wow, real tough saying that sentence for some reason. But we can take care of that. 1, 2, 3. And maybe that's enough? Hey, okay. I mathed correctly. I didn't actually, but I would like to pretend that I did do math there, because it looks more impressive if I didn't just guess. Now, there are quite a few slabs involved in this process. That covers all the slabs involved in this process. So that is all the pale oak taken care of. Now, I am very, very kindly going to donate some pale oak to Brock, because I know that he doesn't have as much as he did previously for some reason. We're going to move on. I need a lot Okay, we got a silk touch hoe on us, so we can strip down these trees and take their wood. I'm not going to do all that because I do want to replant my birches. I am no heathen. I replant my trees when I cut them down. But we are just going to keep going until we got 6 stacks of birch leaf and a full stack of log, which is kind of crazy, actually. A full stack of log is really crazy. You know, a couple episodes ago, I said, oh, I want to try and keep the videos shorter from here on. I don't know if you all noticed, but I didn't do that. I, in fact, have not kept the videos shorter. I don't know why I can't stop making them like 30 and 40 minutes. I've been trying, guys. I've been trying. I swear this one shouldn't be. I mean, actually, last episode was a very reasonable 25 minutes. And in recording, I thought that one was like especially short. I was kind of questioning if I did enough for the day. But you know what? That's not a nice thing to question, because I think we do enough every day. All we gotta do is make one tiny little addition to our world and watch what happens over the next 100 days. You will see this world flourish if we just do one small thing per day. And that's all I aim to do. Well, one small thing a day and a video every day. Daily videos, by the way. Yeah. I don't know where I'm going with that. I've made over like 200 videos, and I'm really used to trying to do a CTA where I'm gonna tell you all like, oh, subscribe to the channel, guys, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I stopped doing that. Subscribing is your decision that you can make if you'd like to. It's not really something I'm going to force on you, but then I end up segueing into it, and then what do I do with the segue? What am I supposed to do with all these segues? Standing there with my pile of segues, I say, screaming violently. Alright, I have all the leaves we need. Now, I'm hoping... Yeah, okay, we definitely have enough wood. So that takes... Oh, crap! I said I was gonna do the world edit thing to fix the orientation of all the wood, and I never did. I completely forgot to do that, but I will go back into creative before we are done here and do that. The last material we need is iron chain. Now, Giorno is all the way back over at Brock's, not house, more so a field, Brock's field of chests. That's where Giorno's at, so we will recover him. Go make some chains, I'll hop back in creative, fix the tree, and make the tree. Now, we're going to take 1/4 of these, and I'm just going to make 1 billion chains. That's slightly less than billion, but slightly more than we need, so I will take it. And nighttime. Okay, so we are going to sleep one last time, and I will see you guys down there, where we will finally get to work and build this tree. Whew. Alright, here we are. You all can come along with me for this entire construction. Ooh, the moment you have all been waiting for. It has been a long time coming. Long time. 2 episodes, 3 episodes. It feels like a long time. I don't know if you all can tell, but my voice has started going out a little bit. It's no particular reason, just making episodes like these eventually has begun to wear my voice out. So if in subsequent episodes I get like hoarser and hoarser, that's the reason. It's just that I am using my voice a lot more than I was. Now, all the floating chains here, kinda funny. This should just go very, very quickly, though, especially since Lightmatica will, in fact, just correctly orientate everything for us. So we don't need to be building out or trying to figure out how to get these leaves floating. It just makes the process so simple and easy. well, crap, now we have to go back up there. I absolutely love Lightmatica. I swear, like, builds like that, I don't know if y'all would be seeing me doing that if I didn't have Lightmatica, honestly. It just makes big projects like these so satisfying to put in. Pop, 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 pop. Just one layer at a time, and you know, no, I didn't record it, but let me tell you, if you get replay shots of it, it is so satisfying to watch back afterwards. I really loved the time-lapse episode of that particular building. It is one I'm particularly proud of. I put a lot of work into trying to make sure that I kind of maintained the whole building it up vertically appearance. Like, I built it in chunks the entire time I was thinking of the time-lapse afterwards, which is kind of a weird way of building, but I think it made the time-lapse come out really cool. So I am proud of that episode. And really, that is just a big part of making daily episodes like these. You kind of, at least I should just speak first person here. I don't know how many viewers here are making daily videos. It gives me the opportunity to just mess around each day and sometimes surprise myself with the episodes that come out. Another episode that I'm actually really proud of was the it is called the Pillager Citadel. It is something like that. Nether structure. Coolest experience I've ever had in Minecraft. Actually, video I'm super proud of. I really love how that one turned out, and I would love to do more like it in the future. I just don't know if I'll be able to, because honestly, it's the kind of thing that was a total fluke on my part. I had no idea that structure was coming up. I genuinely just had a blast, and I think that shows in the video. It just shows that we had a really good time. And I would love to have more episodes like that, so I guess I should just keep doing what I'm doing, right? Daily episodes, sometimes crazy stuff happens, and you all are here with me for it. And it's all good fun. It's all good fun, very interesting and cool. Yep, I don't know where I was going with that, but we are getting to the absolute tippy-top layers of this tree here. It is very close to being all built, and I think that is awesome. You all have been here with me for it, and you know what? We're even going to check my hypothesis. Is this an under 5-minute build? Having done it now, I'm speaking a little too soon. Having nearly done it now, I'm going to say this probably didn't take 5 minutes. I don't think it's been 5 minutes, but also my time scaling is maybe pretty bad. I don't think I'm very good at telling how long has passed, so who knows? Who knows? Now we are going to turn off the schematic here, turn off the other schematic here, and let us jump down and just get a feel for how this looks. Now that it is finally in the world. Ow! Ow! Santa, stop doing this, please! I think it's awesome. I'm really happy with this. And let's be real here, you all have already seen this tree because it's in the thumbnail, isn't it? I know you all. You all probably saw the thumbnail before you clicked this. If you didn't want spoilers, you should have just clicked it without looking. Close your eyes, you got a notification. Okay, I don't know what I'm on about. I don't know what I'm on about. You all shouldn't be listening to me. No, you should be listening to me because it's... My brain is melting desperately. I should also mention, because I forgot to say anything, I was trying to find Giorno, who I think I left in my house. Now I think the real question we should all be asking is why is there a horse in my house? Well, there's a horse in my house because that's where I left you, Giorno. But we need to go get... Well, first off, I think we're going to need to sleep, but then... Nice. We've got not enough. Definitely not enough. Potentially enough. No, definitely enough. All right. I'm going to go ahead and see who all we need to add to the garden today. And That wasn't what I meant to craft. Okay, everybody. I really hope I could do your names justice because my voice is leaving faster by the minute. It's not coming back. Anyways, welcome. Oh my god, it's like, okay. Alright. Welcome to the garden, Dominic, Sloppy, and Fishery Boy, as well as a special thank you to Harley Dalgleish. I have got your name on the tree as well. I am glad we circled back to this. I liked the tree, but I think the hanging signs are really, really cool. If you would like your name featured potentially on this tree, but if not in this tree, then elsewhere in my lovely garden trademark, Stampy Would Never, then leave a comment down below and I'll get your name added in the next episode I can. For the time being, I'm going to probably go drink a lot of water and hope that my voice returns back to normal. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.